Hey guys, welcome to the 11th episode of the ranking show, where this week we'll be talking about Smash Camp. I don't believe main stages, seating, or attendees are live yet. I love that someone on a motorcycle decides to drive by right as I start the official show. But I don't think that seating is live yet, but Smash Camp was an absolute mess. So we are going to talk about that first. Also, I was talking about this in the pre-show, and it seems like people didn't know. I imagine more people will know by the time this VOD is out. But Mewtwo King will be going to the Big House, which will be a ranking disaster. If he does well or if he does poorly, it's going to be a ranking disaster either way. And we'll be here on the ranking show to discuss it. If you're watching this on YouTube and you're not followed already, go over to twitch.tv/SaveAsUntitled. I'm like 19 followers away from 1,000, which is cool. I don't know if I want to do anything special for that, but yeah, let's talk about Smash Camp. So there's the whole not seating debacle that it kept on having to get changed because like Axe was playing secondaries, Bananas dropped out, Duck was playing Sheik. It was a whole mess, and that's why the sub 95, thank you for the follow, was a whole disaster. But that's here nor there. We're not going to worry about that. I don't think anyone is going to count Axe's losses to Arsenals and Scythe as anything serious. They're just going to be more annoyed that it wasn't. Well, I think he might have said on his stream before, but I just wish it was more public knowledge that he was going to go that. But again, like that's a top player going to a tournament out in the woods. Like I can't shame someone for not playing their main or whatever. Like that's not my place to do that. Like I'm just here to interpret the results. Like I'm not here. I have no right to decide what someone should do at a tournament or whatever. I'm just going to take the data that is produced by that and head off with it. And I don't know how much of this got into my videos when I talked about Spark at the last storylines, but I just had this feeling. I'm mad I didn't do a formal video on Spark, because I still might do one now. It seem a little like after the buzz beating Amza and Mango, but I had a feeling. I forget what video it was for, but I don't know if I talked about this in that video or on a show before. Thanks, Sets. I was looking up VODs for Spark for one of these videos, and I found it was right before, where did he beat Ginger? Shine? I think it was at Shine, where I saw this video of money matches and like all this stuff uploaded to his individual channel. And I was like, that's someone who cares to record their money matches and probably study them. Like, that's someone who cares a lot about Melee and is going to get better. And I think I said that I thought he would beat Ginger, and he eventually did. Like, and Spark is probably like the biggest person, like big investment in Spark stock. It really seems like we're having a weird Sheik renaissance. Well, I mean, it's just kind of face roll and Spark, and Swedish has always been there. But we're in a good era for Sheik, which may be to many people's chagrin. But I'm big up on Spark stock. I don't know where I had him before, but he's definitely leagues above all these. I mean, God, I don't know. His went Dreffen again. His Hugs top 50 now. Hugs would never be top 50. I'm just like looking at this very briefly. Also has that Amsa win. Like I've all these people that we talk about, I like hovering them up, but yeah, he's definitely like up in this one, and Westball's kind of down. None is definitely way back up. But as real quick, if anyone didn't see Sparks run, Mango, Amsa, 2 huge wins, losing to Zane and Face Roll. That's not bad at all. God, those are 2 hella good wins. Those are 2 incredible wins. So, and I mean, everyone's been up on Face Roll recently, and with good reason. Albert beat Ginger, if I remember correctly. Albert's really proven that like it's really the year of like Falcos and Sheiks, which is weird, but yeah. Those are some good wins. S2J wins, pretty sick. Football Park. Yeah, face roll, I mean, really nothing changes. None is definitely like, I think with the dust is like sufficiently off for None. What's his like top wins look like now? Because I think he just needed, and I think a lot of people are going to be able to see that, like, yeah, None just needed a little bit to come back. S2J win, IBDW win, all that. God, every time I have to think about that IBDW set, I get a little sad. Has he? Yeah. See, I think we talked about this last week. Bunch of losses into 3 straight wins. Really, really good. A bunch of losses into 2 straight wins. Yeah, like Nunn's back. Oh, up 2-0 on Ginger too. How would I rank Mewtwo King? I hate hypothetical questions like that, especially about Mewtwo King, because there's no right answer. Yeah, Nunn's back. I don't know where, and I don't know how much I want to punish him for this earlier part of the year, but he's like way. Imagine, no. Hypotheticals are for nerds. Wait, I forgot I'm a huge nerd. Yeah, Nunn's probably like back to form. Yeah, I'd say probably like around like here-ish. How would I rank Hugs? I hate, guys, hypothetical questions of how I would rank someone, because it's already, especially this season, it's already the worst balancing act ever to figure out where someone should be ranked. And then when you're just like, but what if Mewtwo King played Yoshi and beat Chudat, who was playing Pichu? Where would that leave Hungry Box to be ranked? Like, it's like... not to clown on you guys too much. Like there's so many legitimate questions. Hugs did lose the R. I'm dumb then. Yeah, Hugs is maybe he's top 50. I don't know. Hugs just continues to disappoint me. Fat Goku wins nice. I didn't read your question. I'm sorry. I am the big dum here. Yeah, Hugs. My perception of Hugs this season changes little to none. Maybe goes down a little bit because he shouldn't be losing the aura. But I already have Hugs not in my top 53. Hugs is just gone. Who do you rank me if I beat H-Box? Where's Albert ranked? You'd be 45th. You'd be somewhere below 45th. See, that's an easy hypothetical. Did John Wick pick up any good wins? He's like a local Marth. Fat Goku. Ooh, Fat Goku. That's a rough tournament, losing the Hugs John Wick. It's a rough tournament. How my boy Rio beat do? Didn't go 2-0. 0-2. Disappointing. Albert none. Albert did beat Ginger. That's a really good win for Albert. Like, Albert was already like guaranteed top 50 with a H-Box win, but that's like, I don't know how, again, with all this, and like Two Saints had a good year, and like, I don't want to put him in relative to him. But a Ginger win, H-Box win, that's a sick resume. And he beat the West one, like, this whole tournament, from the most part, from what I've seen in the Melee Stats Discord discussion of the people who are actually there, that apparently a lot of people weren't actually drinking during bracket, so that we can, for the most part, rule that out. But West did kind of like mess up his thumb, so I'm maybe that's just my internal West bias. Want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but a Ginger win is for sick. I feel like I didn't hear anything from Ginger this weekend. It's just super weird. I mean, him losing to Albert, and there not being a Saturday stream kind of hurts for that. Zane Albert, yeah. Yeah, it looks like he just had a very unfortunate bracket. I mean, Albert's not an unfortunate. Lost to Rio beat, went game 5 with Amsa. Yeah, I don't know. Even in Westball's results and his tweets and everything else, he's unpredictable. And I don't know how to gauge anything. That's a good win for Nico, though. Even with the extenuating circumstances. A clean 2-0. Especially like when you said he went with Hamza. See, like, this is a reason I hate like hypotheticals, is because we already have how much do we weigh here? Like how deserving, I hate that, seems like a really bad term to use. How deserving is Ryubeat of this win? Like, how bad was Westball's? How bad do we weigh a thumb injury? How bad do we weigh maybe being drunk? It's an absolute nightmare this season, guys. Yeah, the West Hamza set was big sad. I only caught the tail end of it. I think I would have been like sad with either result. Like, I like Westball's picking up big wins, but like, I'm already dropping the head to head against S2J being turned around, which is wild because he's been beating him recently, and him just scraping out Larissa's West ball is a little concerning. I missed old West too, man. I don't think. Does a spark win change? I feel like this is a question. This question will be something we'll worry about after main stage, how these three stack up. I think that'll probably be the crux of the discussion post main stage, because Amsa now has that bad win. IBW is just sick. S2J also sick. Where do you end up here? None face roll. That's a little bad for him as well. It's an interesting tournament. Zane picking up wins. Ty, Aura is what other wins does Scythe have besides Ty and Aura? Like, I don't really care about someone beating Axe's Young Link. Like, I don't think I'm going to factor that into someone's top 100 resume. Like, I don't think that matters. But with just Ty and Aura, I'd probably say no. That doesn't seem that impressive. If he has something else on top of that you would be able to tell me, because I'm not familiar with Scythe's resume. But that doesn't sound like the most impressive thing in the world. I was going to talk about Mango Zane. Let's go Army Woo. Yeah, Army got so screwed over by this tournament, because he went from having like, and again, it makes sense why the seeding had to change, but he went from having like the literal dream bracket to barely beating Squid and losing the tie in meds. Let's go Army Woo. Gotta love Let's Go Army Woo. Every week I gotta bring it up. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about Zane. Mango. I imagine it's still Mango above Zane. Spark loss is big concerning. Should rank Spark? That would be a good start. I already put through Spark in a general vicinity. Spark's like top 30, no question. Like, there's Weston probably loses a little bit from this tournament, even if I am giving him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, let me look at Mango Zane. Jekyll high, Jekyll. Nah, Mango's still above him. Yeah. I think just that those two are abysmal. Yeah, Zane just has a lot of losing records. And I mean, Mango isn't much better. But having this cleaner little section here, now that he does have like the Spark, and now Spark and Magi has like little blemishes on there. Yeah, I think there's still no question. The gap is getting smaller, and it's getting concerning. Like, you can only forgive bad Mango losses for so long, but that's getting smaller. Is Zane past Axe? Maybe. Axe still has like incredible win rates at the top level. Like, this race is really this is a really weird and interesting question to do. Like, there's basically the tiers, I think, right now in Melee are very clear. It's like tier, or at least the top level. I think these are like the three. Like, we have like this is a weird way to do this. Wait, I can just do this with boxes. I'm a moron. Can I? Oh, I just want to do the Photoshop Control Z, but it'd be like, well, I think my point's got across. It's these 4 guys, these 3 guys, these 3 guys. Like, I think these tiers are pretty clear, and I think there's probably a lot of arguments to be made within those. But I think, yeah, no, I definitely. I'm not super willing. Is Axe not going to be a main stage? Do we know that now? Can I spell words? Main stage Melee. Yeah, if Axe is not going to be at main stage, I'm like, I think his bid for being #1 in the world is okay. He's going to be at main stage. That's good. But like Axe. And again, I don't want to like shame or make Axe feel bad. Not that like Axe is going to be watching this or like be like scolding him for not playing his mains at Smash Camp. But I think with the lack of lack of big tournaments this year, choosing to go secondaries at Smash Camp like may have, if not completely put him out of the race for being number one for the year, definitely hurt his bid or his potential to pick up some wins. Isn't going to be on main stage? Yeah. That's definitely huge for hurting. God, if Wizrow wins the big house, it's going to be an absolute mess for figuring out. Because I don't think anyone's a clear top one. Again, I'm going against my own rule talking about hypotheticals. But if like Wizrow or like Mewtwo King or even Zane or someone wins the big house, hey Dom, what's up? It's just going to be an absolute mess for rankings, even more than it is. God, I'm excited in like a morbid curiosity kind of way. Like how horrible can these rankings be? Good. It's good maybe that there's not many events near the end of the year, so we can just figure out. We can spend 3 months figuring out who's the best in the world because it's gonna take all that manpower. I do agree. Maybe League Guys Congo Jungle 4, nice username. I definitely do agree that Spark's like probably mid-20s. This is like I think these are more going to be like when I get back into doing my ranking again, like when I do serious, like these guys will make sure that they're in the right conversation for where they are. Maybe I'm a little hot on Chudat because he is an Ice Climbers player. I'd actually probably like of these 3 players, I'd probably say like that's how I feel. So I'm really up on Spark, Chudat. With all the Icy's wins, that's a little bit down. How far along is the HBox Rest video? I actually am going to push it back. It's probably going to be after the big house because I'll have like a full data set. I can show you actually rest sheet. I can pull that up while we're doing that. I forget where I ended up. Yeah, so I'm almost done Super Smash Con. We are how many? We are 215 rests in. There's going to be some really cool sections. So very, very weirdly, for those who don't know, I have this big data video that I've been working on for the last like 2 or 3 weeks. I'm recording every rest Hungry Boxes this year and like what the setup is and all that jazz. There's like 5 or 6 rests where the stream cuts out and then someone's dead from a rest. So there's like these 5 or 6, like across different tournaments as well, just like lost rest that I'm just, it's such an interesting data point because we have no idea what happened. Well, obviously they got rested, but it's cool. Hey, Livingstone, what's good? And Gundam Buns, thank you for the follow. Zane wins the next 2 events. Yeah, I think this is probably the best way to talk about this every week, and we kind of keep on going over this and like reiterating the people who are in striking distance for number 1 are probably these 6. Like for players down here, they're gonna have to win like both main stage and the big house if they want to do it. But I think still any one of these 6 is in striking distance for. It's going to be hard for a lot of these guys at the bottom, but any one of these 6 could be number 1 by the end of the year. Smash Camp definitely counts. Insider reports say that most people were not intoxicated during bracket. The only thing I really at Smash Camp that I'm not going to count or like not really take into consideration, or well, obviously I'm going to have to take into a consideration like West Balls' injury and like Axe playing secondaries. But Axe playing his secondaries is probably the big thing that I'm going to discredit from there. But I think it's for everyone to each their own how they want to credit it. Yeah, I do really think that Wizzy's I think in the summer ranking I was more lenient in punishing inactive players. Normally I like big rewarding players who attend more events, which generally makes it look like I have a huge HBox bias because HBox goes to so many things. So that usually comes off poorly, but like Wizrobe, Axe are going to be, and Leffen to an extent. Like Leffen would have a much better chance of being number 1 if he was in attendance. But again, 11's in a weird place because he's a European player, so he gets a little bit more leniency on not attending events. Rewarding attendance, I think, is one of the most valuable things. Which then puts you into a really interesting conversation about like the monetary, the monetary barrier to entry, the money amount barrier to entry to being a top player, that you need to have a certain amount of money to be a top player, which kind of falls into a weird kind of conversation. And that could be, there's like a income barrier to being a top Melee player, even though no one makes money or anything. That's a really interesting rabbit hole you could go down that I think also could go to some weird places. But yeah, what was I saying that was not like society's pretty? Oh yeah, ESAM winning glitch. That was sick. That's crazy that it coincided with the whole Ash winning thing. Absolutely wild. That's super cool for ESAM. The top ranking in Ultimate now is kind of big messed up too. Like, I mean, it's 1 and 2 is obviously like MKLeo, Semsor. Tweak's probably still 3. I can't off the top of my head think of anyone who I'd put before that, but this is the Melee ranking show. Maybe I really have to get into doing an Ultimate ranking show, like do that on Tuesday nights. Because I just need to follow Ultimate a little bit tighter. Should have been Kalos. What else haven't we talked about from Smash Camp? Zane winning everything. Sick. Just another trophy to his belt. Yeah, none like we discussed it a little bit earlier in the show, but none is, I think, we've been seeing from week to week and tournament to tournament like that none is coming back, and I think we can definitely not discredit's not the word I'm looking for. We can think less of we can I think discredit a little bit his earlier iffy performances because he just needed a couple of months to get back into it. Like, no questions about it. None's back to being a top 20 player. He might not have the results currently from his earlier part of the year of a top 20 player, but he is. I'm gonna scoot him up a little bit more. Duck's also in a weird position. God, Livingston, I keep on seeing that in chat, and Mewtwo King winning the big house would probably give me an aneurysm. Like, you'd see the ranking show would be streamed live from the hospital where I have a brain aneurysm because I have to still do a ballot. What else have we done? We already said, so positive, my perception of Zane goes up. My perception of None is like goes big up. It kind of basically where it is. Facial, probably about the same. Like, maybe down a tiny bit from losing the None, but None's so good. Like, None's pretty much made his way back. I don't like this. I'm not the biggest fan of this close set with Albert, but I mean, he still won. So that Spark, I've been up on Spark for a while, but now there's a lot more results based in why I'm up on that. Definitely down a little bit on Mango from the tournament. Losing the Spark, not great. Continuing his iffy record against Zane, also not great. His only good win he picked up was over Face Roll. SJ kind of disappointing from SJ. None definitely the second best Falcon now. Oh, None's not. You would have to say None is past S2J at this point. That is very much untrue. Like, S2J in an off tournament, but it's Wizrobe S2J None. Like, I don't think anyone should or would disagree with that. I think they're still waiting for the VODs. There's something, I think it was Nick Yingling who tweeted it out, that they still have to like chop it up a little bit. For whatever reason, for whatever degeneracy went on during Rishi Jungle Jam. But I think they're still chopping those up a little bit, as well as everything else. I'm pretty sure they got most of it recorded with commentary, so at least that'll be exist somewhere in the future, and it will give us a little bit more insight to some of these sets that people are unsure about. The standings of this event are absolutely Absolutely mind-blowingly dumb. Like the fact that like we have Spark over Mango, we have Lego tying with Ginger and West Balls and Scythe. It hugs. Actually, that's not surprising. I don't legalize Kong. Like, unfortunately, I really don't think there is. I think I have the calendar, the unofficial calendar in here. Like, everything's not on here. Where is it? There it is. We go to the Melee tab. Like, there's other events, but is Genesis 1 going to be the last event of the season? That would be, actually, no. Usually the rankings will probably be done. But yeah, it's not looking pretty. I think there's no better way. I think you got it on the nose. Smash Camp was just an embodiment of 2019 Melee rankings as a whole. Whack. You know, guys, like, most likely what we're going to see is HBox is going to win main stage. HBox will get, like, second or third at the big house, and he's number one again. Like, I think most likely timeline, that's what we're going to see happen. I don't want my rest sheet open again. God. But I think there's so many possibilities of all these guys coming out. I guess I can continue going down the Smash Camp. I think I really touched on anyone. Definitely lowers my perception of West Balls a bit. Good win over Weston for Rio Beat, even though there's that iffy situation around that with West's hand being hurt. But it's still a clean 2-0 is surprising for Rio Beat. Like, that's a rough 13th losing the Mango and West Balls. That sucks for Kazoo. That's real bad. I feel really bad about that. That's unfortunate. Other threats didn't go to enough events. Yeah, and I think that's deservingly so. When HBox has such a huge target on his back and everyone's trying to, like, he's the guy to beat. It definitely is a little lame that he might get it, like, in quote unquote by default. But like, if he's going out to the events when he's the guy with the target on his back, he deserves it. Like, as much as you may dislike HBox as a player or a person, like, he works hard. He goes out to events. He wins tournaments. Like, he doesn't drop many sets. What else does this attendance look like for... what is Alex 19 going to be competing in? Oh, we can just see he's going to be in attendance. Oh, we can't sort it. Oh, it's just sorted by ABC order. Damn. Zane, yeah, I definitely agree Zane should be in a smaller tournament. Like, if Zane wins one of the last tournaments, I think someone was saying earlier, like, Zane at least passes Axe with a big tournament win. Yeah. God, I think I knew, because I fell asleep I was watching, like, Low Tier City all day, and when I got to Grand Finals, when it was Zane HBox, I was like... I didn't, like, purposely choose to fall asleep, but I woke up and it was like game 9 and I was like, oh, I knew this was gonna happen. I just rolled back over. I was like, HBox is gonna win this. I don't need to watch this. Like, I knew it was gonna happen. Really is a shame that Plup's kind of fallen off here. Like, I don't think Plup has to end at 7th. I mean, actually, he could end lower than 7th with a... I don't know. Plup seems like he's probably gonna be here. Be about there, which is whack. It's not a good year for Samus, especially if the rumors are true that Duck is, like, for sure, like, switching over the Sheik. Is that going to be at main stage? He's not. Is that going to be at the big house? Hey, he's got to be at the big house. The Big Short. Can I just... Will it let me get there? I miss Pulp. Pulp, yeah. Poor Pulp. When is GTX happening? That's coming up, right? Yeah. But who's going to go when I assume they don't have that huge prize pool bonus yet? Or again? Yeah, the 3 months between Genesis and Paladin. Like, I kind of, like, super lucked out that, like, when I got my, what portion of the year I got my burnout / was graduating from college, that I just didn't feel like making videos. Like, I was really burnt out on stuff. Like, that it was during that period where nothing was happening. Just kind of, I think that it kind of aided to it as well. Yeah, this is not, this attendees, there's 35 attendees. Yikes. That's a yikes. That's a huge yikes for GTX. I mean, it is in November, but that's big yikes. Which big house was the best big house? 7, because I was there. That was my favorite one. Because that was my first major, and I had a great time. I got to talk to Ginger. I got what Hungerbox 4 stocked me. Armada told me that he didn't care who between Plup or Mutagang he'd play, and then he got whacked by Plup. God, that was such a good tournament. It was supposed to be Plup's tournament. I jinxed him. I was bad luck Plup. Yeah, what else do we got to talk about? I mean, we're a half hour into the show. We got like 30 more minutes left. This is usually where we start dicking around, for lack of a better term. Fave is the Lovage one. See what you put above? Big House 7 was supposed to be Plup's tournament. Well, above that, oh, Dom, sorry, you have the same color. If you go in doubles at Shine, meaning him, I don't think that's necessarily true. Fearsome Bet, I was just thinking about the Army Axe video that I'm in the background of. I don't think that's necessarily true at all. Smash Camp isn't canon. The whole S tier versus A tier controversy? What exactly happened there? Thank you, GoPuff. Thank you for the follow, GoPuff. Full Bloom is a major again. Yeah, if people show up to it. Full Bloom, like, it's bounced back and forth from being big and then little. Yeah, and doubles and singles are very different events. Like, what's the, how do I say this without getting the Mutaking horde angry at me again? I'm just gonna say bluntly, I have no faith in Mutaking to win the big house. I have absolutely zero faith in Mutaking to win the big house. Like, not at all. Oh, guys, look, we already have the results of the Big House 9, apparently. H-Box wins. You alright, Fearsome Fan? Yeah, guys, we already, look, it's the Big House 9 results. Well, I can't believe Bananas is going to get fifth with no wobbling, and they're going to let him back, allegedly. That's crazy. Alright, let me fix this, because this happens with Smash GG. Low S tier by PGR Center, some DQ Saturday. Yeah, I think that's a little weird. Like, I kind of defer to the people who know more about that, like PTAS and all that jazz. Well, that kind of sucks that it changed. And I mean, like, I trust after E7 won. Yeah, they were like, it's not a legitimate tournament if Pikachu won. But I have no skin in that game. That just sucks for all the players who are like, this is an S tier, I'm gonna come out to it. Especially because I imagine there's not a lot of big tournaments on the East Coast. I mean, that's the case for Melee, but because Glitch was like pretty close. And I did see that thing about MomoCon. ESAM deserves exactly. No, I don't want to say that. That's not what I mean at all, and that sounds mean. I was gonna say ESAM deserves exactly what he gets, but like, I'm not that against ESAM. Go Birds. Point values. Okay, so it's just more of a classification. Yeah, what is, because I have this fall. We're in the fall. Pila. Yeah, Pikachu across a bunch of games. And even in animes, he's doing great. Value sort. Yeah, where can we... Well, I guess it's probably not on here yet. Yeah, so yeah, it's still like... It's right there behind Shine. It's still the 4th biggest tournament this year. Like, I don't think that's too big of a deal. Like, I think the tiers, from my understanding, I don't know how the algorithm works, but from my understanding, it... Oh, wait. Okay, that's just, like, yeah. From my understanding, it just, like, looks like a classification thing. So it doesn't matter, like, too much. And where is MomoCon? Am I blind? How high up is MomoCon? I think I'm just blind. Or MomoCon was last season. Yeah. Okay, worth basically the same classification. Oh yeah, so then it's a big whole nothing deal. Like it's just a letter. Yeah, that's stupid. Like, who cares? If it's just it's just like a tiny value change, I know like probably yeah. If now that I know that that's the case, like yeah, people are just complaining over nothing. Spark is yeah, it's Kids Pop. You're 100% right. Spark, a good player. Spark is good. We're like I was saying earlier, we're having a Sheik renaissance. 3.8 less. Okay, so if it's worth, I don't know. I mean, it's if it's worth a considerable amount, I don't know. But like, if people are getting that up in arms, I just don't think it's a big deal. People are nothing to get mad about. Yeah, it just seems like an over interaction. But like, you can call it whatever you want. It's still like a sick win for ESAM, and I imagine like it helps with like a huge mental block for him. How's Plup above Amsa? Because Plup lost to Plup above Amsa. I can do this real quick. So that is a good question. Oh, because Amsa has a lot of bad losses. And Amsa's not going to beat Wizrobe. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's mainly because Amsa has a lot of bad losses. Like, Plup's basically a gatekeeper now. Like, he's kind of started messing up. He's not really taking wins off these guys, but he's essentially a gatekeeper now. Yeah, Amsa has one HBox win, and then like he can beat Mango, and then he loses to a bunch of. He lost to IBW, lost to SFAT, lost to Triff. Like I guess Pup does have some bad losses in here too. I don't know. It's an interesting conversation. 2 LOD losses feels real bad too. I think it's closer than I initially thought, but I still think I would trust Plup to go further to tournament because Amza can, and he did have those losses at locals that I guess shouldn't weigh on him too much, but I think there's Plup. Amza has too many people he could run into and just lose. Like he's so many like bad matchups, and I might just be punishing him for playing Yoshi, but I think if we're going by the question of the tournament, like they enter 100 tournaments, who does best? Like Amsa is if he runs into a lot, or I don't know, a Bladewise or a Kalamazoo, or someone who has that potential to upset him because of a bad matchup, or Spark now apparently, or Westballs who almost beat him. Like I don't think Pup drops us, even though this year is like the where it's definitely been the closest. Let me close the sheet so I stop opening it. But I still think Plup is much more consistent. Ultimate messed up Plup. Ultimate messed us all up, homie. It just really doesn't seem like Pup's heart's in it anymore, and that's like totally fair. Grinding for so long. Ow. Oh, it's got weird. Oh, got a weird pain in my hand. Yeah. So what else do you want to talk about, boys? What else do we have? Do. Smash Camp was wild. GameCube games will be released on the Switch. I don't know. That'd be cool. That Livingstone, that is a very reasonable idea for Nintendo, and that would make them a whole lot of money. So, by my understanding of Nintendo's business practices, it will never happen. Will there ever be another Five Gods tournament? That is a good question. HBox retired Plup. Yeah, I can imagine that'll do it. And I think him having that panic attack at Evo, that's gonna be so like mentally frustrating. Not frustrating is not the word I'm looking for. Just like because having a panic attack like is one of the worst things in the world, and having it like while you're doing your job in front of like hundreds of thousands of people for the first time, that's horrifying. Like I would be afraid to play Melee after that. I'd be afraid to compete after that. Like I completely understand why it might have like messed him up. I don't want to like super psychoanalyze him, but that's even if he did like play well the tournaments after, that's tough. Like I commend him immensely for continuing to play Melee. Like I could totally understand of him being like, yeah, I just don't want to do this anymore. That was horrible. Panic attacks suck, man. Whatever. The Five Gods tournament is an interesting question. I don't know, man. That's tough. It really, I don't know. PPMD is going to do we have any update? I know PPMD doesn't really like to give like super hard updates. What panic? Oh, during Evo, like apparently Plub had like a panic attack on stage. Like you can see him like grabbing his heart and like kind of looking a little crazed. Like I'm pretty sure what happened is that he had like a panic attack on stage during Evo, which is why he was like not playing the form and didn't look like his heart was in it. Yeah. We were definitely not in an era. Wow, what if someone made a video on about the era of the five gods? Can I just get this from a Google search? I can get it from a Google search. Yeah. It's been oh, there's a Leffen Wikipedia page? Wait, is there used to be Oh man, am I here? I used to be on Wikipedia. Am I here? No, I need to. What happens if I Are we doing this on stream? Damn it. Damn it. So sad. I used to be on the Smash Wikipedia page, but I am not. It's like me, PTAS, and someone else that was referenced. 2018 better. What you call it? 2018 had better competition. No. I would never go in and request my page. God, it's the little things. What was I saying? I think the competition, it's weird because I think a lot of people had issues with, or at least myself personally had issues with following competitive Smash 4 because of, well, one, I didn't like the game. I didn't own the game, so it was less fun to watch when you can't play it. But there's a certain, once we get to a certain level of inconsistency, it feels like it undermines the legitimacy of the game a bit. Like, it's really cool to see Albert beat H-Box and Magi beat Mango and Pudgy Panda beating Axe. But then if it happens to such an extent where like no one is safe, it kind of feels like it takes away from the competitive nature and like delegitimizes the game, if it makes sense. Like I think that happened a lot in Smash 4 because there's so many characters where someone would just have like this pocket character that someone's not prepared for and they just lose. I think we're in a pretty healthy place right now in Melee. Like, it's cool that IBDW can beat H-Box and AMSA's beating H-Box. But it does feel a little icky to have our number one in the world, icky is an interesting word choice, to have our number one in the world losing to someone who wasn't ranked top 100, like having one of the worst upsets of all time, and like our top 5, arguably top 1 at some point in this year, losing to an unranked IC player. It feels a little icky. I'm just gonna keep using the word icky, but I think we're still in a healthy place for like upsets. It's not too like dangerous. Yeah, like when Zero started losing to randoms, it just something feels inherently wrong about it. I can't put my finger on it or explain exactly why, but I think it's because it like delegitimized, like, if anyone can pull this off, like what's going on here. That's why I think it's really cool that there's been a decent stability, a reasonable stability at the top level of Ultimate so far. But any game with like realizing how much I enjoy there not being patches for Melee. because there being constant patches that like all of these players could be playing at the exact same level, doing the exact same thing at every Ultimate tournament. But if Sakurai or his team decides that Joe Schmo is doing too well on Elite Smash with Peach, then Samsora could drop down like 7 spots in the top 100 because everything does 40 less damage. Like that as a concept, big sucks. And I can't imagine how it feels for those people who like that's their living, where it's like, oh, this patch comes out and I'm just not good anymore. Like, that's horrifying to live like to play a competitive game that has patches so consistently. Like, I mean, it's no like League of Legends where you get them like every 2 weeks or something like that. But like the fact that your whole livelihood is when people are mains, and I mean it's a lot easier in Ultimate like switch between characters. Yeah, like Void got big screwed over. Void was like easily top 10 player, and now he just can't find. He can't find his main. And like he beat Leon, I think, with Pichu this week. But that's so scary. I can't imagine living on that. I mean, as a content creator, like I'm also kind of living on a shoestring, hoping that like if something bad happens, if there's like a catastrophic event in the Melee community or the Ultimate community, or like there's just not tournaments, I'm big screwed. I'm working at a Starbucks in a couple of weeks. That's what would happen. But like that, their livelihood being on that shoestring is terrifying. Did I have Mango over Zane post Smash Camp? Yeah, Zane has a lot of bad losses. Axe might be probably below these two. This is. I was talking about it earlier. There's probably like tiers. Let me do this in a nice way. That's also. We'll have like do. What are some reasonable colors? Yeah, there we go. I will read, because I just went on a rant for a little bit, and I just saw this one comment, so I'm going to put this up, and then I'm going to go read through all your stuff. Armada has destabilized all major top 8s and made previous guide levels. I think that's definitely true. I think Armada is like a huge factor in the destabilization of like the top level. Cody did a good ranking. Yeah, I saw that Cody was doing that. I was like, he's a brave soul with all the discussion. Ooh, sorry for hitting my mic with my water bottle. Yeah, Void is just completely fell off. Samsora did better after the Peach nerfs. Yeah, like that's like should definitely be a rewarder. Because Leo wasn't there, that's a good point. Sorry, I'm scrolling. I'm not seeing the newest messages. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Melee's more fun when my Wii decides to work. Yeah. All right, I don't know if you're talking about Ultimate or Melee, but I mean it does kind of feel like that. Yeah, any sort of HBox W, baby. Yeah, Myron's really fallen off. Genesis 6, the most scuffed Melee Super Major? What do you mean by most scuffed? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a really good point. Like, there's no... Like, when Armada was number 1, he felt like this unkillable demon. Like he was the raid boss. He was the final guy that just like he didn't lose anything. And now it's like HBox is really, really good, but he's not Armada. He's not. There's a reason why Armada's still the greatest Melee player of all time, and I don't think that should be argued. Like we're getting there. We're getting there where HBox's grand attendance, because it's hard. All-time rankings are hard, but another year, even though if HBox isn't like demonstrably, I don't think I'm using that word correctly, but I'm going to use it anyway, demonstrably, without a doubt, the number 1 player in the world. Like him having that for another year in a row is like, it's getting closer for HBox to climb up that all-time ranking. And that would be more a question you take up with Pikachu942 or Edwin Budding about like, where does HBox become the best player of all time? But he's getting there, and he keeps that grind going. Oh, no Leffen, no Wizzy, Mewtwo getting 33rd, Mango. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot that all happened at that one tournament. Yeah, in retrospect, is exciting as I remember, like, that grand final set for Genesis 6 being super exciting between Axe and HBox. And I also remember being super disappointed. Like I was like, because obviously on major days, like one, I'm a huge Smash fan, but also like it's kind of my job, so I like try to watch as much as possible. And I watched like all of Melee Top 8, and I was like, this is super sick. And then I'm like, oh yeah, it's one of Ultimate's first real big like majors. The season starts here, and I was just like, wow, this is super boring to watch. I just want to go to bed. Like I was big disappointed. Hmm. Going to three locals every week if you're HBox or Mango makes you more money. I Fearsome fan, I don't think that's true. Like these Mango in particular makes a dumb amount of money streaming, and he doesn't have to. Yeah, not. I don't think you're Mango, and like you gotta even if it's not. Say you make the exact same amount of money going to three locals a week or streaming three times a week. Like for no question, for no maybe the time, say that the time input is exactly the same of going to locals for a top player or streaming for that same amount of time they would spend at the locals. 100% they're going to stream. Like one, they're building up their brand, and two, they don't have to worry about like the pressure of losing. Like if HBox is like at a local and he drops a set to like Cobalt, or like Plup is at a local as well, or Wizrobe or something, people are gonna be like, oh god, that's gonna hurt his bid for being a top 100 player. Well, some people potentially, some people refer to locals as scrimmages, but like, there would be absolutely no reason why a top player would choose to go to a local over streaming. It doesn't make sense. Like obviously they want to support their local scene, but like the logistics of it and like what the cost benefit analysis says, streaming is the better answer. Smash Camp wasn't canon. Streaming and going to locals is better than traveling. I think just streaming is better than anything else you could do for a tournament to be a top player. Your locals are in the evening, and that's when you want to stream. Yeah, that's another like streaming is as I sit on twitch.tv to talk to you about this. Streaming is better than going to locals for these players, especially when Melee's on a wire. Melee is a shoestring on top of a shoestring, just like waiting for that second shoe to drop, and we all just lose everything, and Melee disappears. It won't. Melee's gonna live for hopefully ever, but it's always that little threat. Used to go to a lot of locals and regionals. Yeah, I think that's also like a changing of the culture. Streaming's so big now. Streaming's such an important thing for just being a content creator in any sort of regard, or being a top player. Like Hugs is still sponsored by Dignitas, even though he's losing tournament after tournament, because he's an incredible streamer and content creator. Yeah, it's really scary to acknowledge the reality of the future of Melee. Like we still need to find some good compromise, or because locals are so important, but I don't know. Melee's scary. It's Melee. It just thinking about the future of Melee is scary, or the sustainability of the scene. It's yeah. Now I'm gonna get a little stressed out, anxious thinking about it, because this is kind of my livelihood. I mean, at least I'll have Ultimate. Longest ranking show I've done without going off topic. Yeah, well, I mean, this is a discussion I find really interesting. Um, Individual tournaments for this year were fantastic. Yeah. Oh, also Zets, I have to get back to you on that DM you sent me. I've been meaning to. I've been leaving it as unread because I want to, like, when I click on it, like, have the time to make sure I come down and like give you exactly what I think you is like the helpful information for like advertising a video. So that's the reason I've left you on unread on Twitter, because that I'll do that with things, so I just remember I do that. The money he was making barely enough. Yeah, like God, it's such a weird, horrible symbiotic relationship where like streaming is important for promoting tournaments and content creation is important for promoting tournaments, but players don't make money playing tournaments. It's the fact that this house of cards has stayed together for so long. God, I just wish we got more Nintendo support, and not through that dumb European scene where you can't. The not the dumb. No, I'm not calling the European scene dumb. I can't think of what it was. Like the contract thing they're doing with Ultimate. Like, I wish it just a lot of it. Like, Smash would be so much more successful and so much more. Everything would be a whole lot safer, and there would be more reason for these small tournaments and stuff if Nintendo gives just a little bit more support. Let us use UCF at sponsored events. We just need that little bit. If only Nintendo was like a good esports company, or like we just need that little bit of support. Nintendo has to realize how much so many people care about this game, and how much time and effort with no monetary like game back that they're willing to put into it. And it's like, God, maybe Doug Bowser would change it. Maybe it was all Reggie just not realizing what it is. I think it's probably less Nintendo of America and more main Nintendo. Yeah, the new dock. I think the new dock will definitely bring in another like wave of people, hopefully. Especially with Ultimate being out. God. Yeah, the summer of Smash was like super quiet. Saves Untitled open light on Nintendo. Nah, man, I don't have enough of a voice to do that. And there's Nintendo's God. Nintendo's always been terrible with content creation and yeah. Nintendo does make so much money on Ultimate. I wouldn't be upset if they put all that money back into Ultimate either. Like if I know they're doing that scene in Europe. They literally just need like be like, hey, we want get Jogo Guy, get Blur, get like some of these big TOs from these tournaments, and be like, hey, here's. Because I know we've gotten so close to having this Smash circuit so many times. But if they were just like, hey, all these head to Aragas, get Aiden, get Blur, get Juggle Guy, and be like, hey, we're going to do a tournament series for Melee. Here's $100,000. Because that would be a drop in Nintendo's budget. And they would make money back on advertising and like promoting their own games from it. Yeah, just... I hate that, like... we could, and I think we could also be like destroyed by Melee, by Nintendo at any moment, like what almost happened to EVO, where like, yeah, we're not going to stream this. Like, Rishi Jungle Dam's the only mode of Melee HD. Dude, Rishi Jungle Dam's sick, but it makes me so sad that like all this potential is there, and there's so many people who care and who are willing to give up so much to like, if they only we just need that little bit of love from Nintendo back. Man, just it's a real feels bad, man. Telling you Melee is sick, yeah, it's all Mango's fault. But like I was like, even if they put that money into Ultimate, that'd be really cool, because we'd get like some trickle down from that, or we would have more like, I guess maybe Melee would suffer from that, like we'd see Plup and Leffen potentially moving over to that, but I think they're like safe monetarily. I think. Yeah, but any sort of investment from Nintendo into the competitive Smash, even if they put it into like 64 or into, God, if they made Project M an actual game, like if they port Project M to the Switch, like there's so many ways for Nintendo to just print money. Nintendo could have free money ready to go from all this community. He has put so much love into it, but they're just like, nah, whatever, man. All right. I think I've ranted too long on this, and I'm starting to get upset. Do you guys have anything we can talk about? I think we have like 2 more minutes to hit that hour mark for the to keep us like traditional with the ranking show. Yeah, man. Dan Salvato, Uncle Punch just out here working for Nintendo, getting like the sickest training mode, Melee HD. Okay, no more talking about the perfect world we could have if Nintendo cared. That is good. Hey, we're not Fearsome Fan. We're not done yet. I was just looking at this over on my second monitor. That for people who just tuned in, it's important to know. Oh, you're leaving? Good night. See you, Fearsome Fan. Hey, we're not done just yet, guys. Where I call myself Saves Untitled, where does my name come from? So when you there's not really a good like creation story to it. It was more just like back in the, oh god, let me pull this up for y'all. Let me embarrass myself real quick. There's no like fun creations, or maybe I talk about it in like my old like Super Mario videos or whatever. But I think it was really just like I was thinking of a name, and I was like something that sounds cool and like is catchy, and like young 12-year-old Scott was like this child. No, I want to start by oldest. Yeah, this God 9 years ago that this child, this this how old would I have been? This 13-year-old child thought Saves Untitled was a cool name. I think that's literally just what it was.
Not much more to say.
Oh God, yeah, I can't watch it. I can't watch more than like 10 seconds of that. Yeah, but there's no like fancy story behind it. I was just like, this sounds cool. I'm gonna make this my name, and so it goes. I'm not a Zoomer. 1997. I'm like the last of Gen X, I think. See what you put? What do you say, Dom? You know that's cool. That PM's always just gonna be crippled by the fact that you can't stream on Twitch, or you have to be covert pre-upload it. There's an embarrassing review of that. That's actually I have made a. Can I go back on this one? Where it'd be? I'll do that for like 20,000 subs. Oh, look at that! Look at that quality graphic. I was pre-Photoshop days. Where's the reacting to my first video? Some Pokemon Coliseum. My first video that like did good. Oh wow, that was very. I didn't realize that early into my thing I was making. Call of Duty Zombies videos. Pokemon Coliseum Let's Play. That was sick. Oh yeah. Oh, my game crashed. Oh, I remember this. I was so upset. My game crashed in the middle of like a hour-long Let's Play recording. I don't want to listen to the audio there. Oh yeah, that's when I got asked to join a collective, do a tier list of the stages, like Melee stages. It's Yoshi's story, and then it's like Yoshi's Dreamland, and then everything else. God, there's so much. Sick update video. Oh wow, look at when I start getting fancy and having these little side graphics. Yeah, preserve that aspect ratio, homies. I'm surprised how I feels like these were forever like late. Like the black and white Let's Play was like felt like later into my Melee career. That's where I really started picking. Oh, 100 subs. It only took me 2 years to get 100 subs, guys. Oh, I did E3 coverage. God, yeah, no, there's 2 separate Minecraft Let's Plays on my channel. What is this? I don't want to know. I don't want to watch this 3-second video. Hey, all these, I don't need to re-upload this. All these things are already here. That's when, after Game Grumps fans completely overran my channel, and then I stopped getting ads, so I had to switch over to another channel. Throwback to Saves Untitled Games. Is that still up? Does this channel still exist? Let's see. No, where's Saves Untitled Games? Can I just go to youtube.com/ will it be there? Save as Untitled Games? Hey, it still exists! Guys, how does Save as Untitled only have 326 subscribers? This channel still exists. This is where, yeah, there's like 2 Let's Plays on here. Oh, that's a video. That's a hell of a video. Oh man. Oh, look at these sick thumbnails. God, this is weird. Does it imply that Melee's not a game? Is the world going? I don't know. There's so many little things in here that I never want to watch again. Paper Mario 1000 Year Door is my favorite game of all time. It is a great game. Oh man. First Melee wasn't a Smash game. No, yeah, Melee doesn't exist. God. What a Let's Play. What a time. I forgot that I really re-upload everything here. Yeah, now we're getting into the more modern era. Super fan? No, you're so wrong, fearsome fan. How do you have so many bad opinions? Oh, look at this child. Look at this kid. Who is this boy? That boy has braces. That boy is. Oh God. Who is this child? We're done here. All right, I think I might be going. Yeah, the viewers are dropping by the second. Nice. I think we are done for the day. What's up with my hair? Like currently or in the past? I was rocking that bowl cut in the golden days. Oh yeah, see. I've been complaining about Nintendo for 6 years, baby. Oh, we're getting a little older here. Still with the bowl cut. Still didn't realize. Bad idea. Oh. Okay, we're done. We're done. It doesn't. Yeah, no. We're done here. We're doing that. Actually, I want to keep scrolling down. This is fun. Okay, I'm almost done. Oh God, I have to restart. Yeah, no, I'm gonna call it. Okay, guys, thank you for hanging around for the 11th episode of the Ranking Show. Let's find out who I'm going to host this week. Quick, turn off the stream. Keep going. No, I ain't scrolling down anymore. Who else is streaming Melee? Who can I pass over? Is IBDW still going? I play with Lucky. We need this deep. Okay, I'll continue scrolling down for a brief more period. Briefly, because you guys are asking for it, and I do. Nothing I like more than self-indulgence. But I gotta. There's no way. I guess I can scroll down quickly like this. Rock, paper, scissors tournament VODs. God. Oh, wait. 200 subscribers. It only took me 3 years to get 200 subscribers, guys. Worked real hard for this money. Oh wait, there's a great part in this video. Hugs Hugs just has to be streaming when I'm streaming. I would love to. I love to have that banter. Wait, where's the in the middle of this? Yeah, I start microwaving these chocolate chip pancakes. It's a very important part of this video. God, is it not gonna load? No. There we go. Wow, look at this high quality video. Why is it lagging so much? Why did I include all of this? Is there anything else video-wise that happens in here? Oh, just like 5 hours of me looking for ender pearls. God. What a time. Alright, we've spent too much time here. Upload schedule. Oh man, when I used to upload like every day a week. What's my opinion on Chew? How did I remember? Dude, I have an incredible memory. Like I do not forget. Like there's a fun Chew, he's a player. Super Talk, I'll give you an example of this. So when I got to college, I like see a fearsome fan. One of my friends realized I had a YouTube channel, and they were like watching some of my old videos, and I was like sitting at my computer, just like I've told this story a bunch of times. I was sitting at my computer, just like goofing around, working on stuff, and I said something in the video. The video was like 4 years old at that point, and then I said something myself, and then like I immediately repeated that in the video. Like I wasn't even thinking about it. Oh man, my league videos. Chew is objectively a player. Oh, wait. Oh, there's a little dog. There's a little dog that we were watching in this video. He's in a cage in my room. Wait, not in my room. He's in the cage in the laundry room. Oh, God. Wait, here we go. Because this loud-ass dog's in here.
I can't make a video. So you know my other doggy buddy. He's so cute.
Yeah, look at this dog.
Dog, this little rascal. Hey.
God. God, I hate me. Yeah. Of all the players, yeah, Chew is objectively a player. Oh, there's me playing drums. Chew is like definitely objectively a Smash player. Look at that. Look at that man. Yeah, I think I've had enough self-indulgence for the rest of my life. What is Oh, that's because they didn't ship me my computer part. That's what that's about. All right. See, the bowl cuts gets lesser and lesser as we go for the years. Oh man, I'm afraid. Like I probably during this, I remember getting like fairly emotional because I was playing The Last of Us Blind. I also played this game. If you don't know anything about Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons or haven't played it, you should really, really play it. It's a short little like puzzle game. Incredible. Less bowl cut. We're getting there. We're getting there. Less bowl cut. Nice tie. It gets a little worse. Yeah, Brothers is like an incredible game. There we go. The best parody video. There's me. Okay, yeah. Why that was Adam Neely? Yeah, dude, Adam Neely makes some of my favorite content on YouTube. Oh yeah, we lost like 17 viewers. Now whoever I'm gonna pass it off to is not happy about this. I'll send it over the IBW. But Adam Neely, what do you say, Dom? Chew is one of them. Crazy Chew was top 3 with Chew's just been good. Oh, Lucky's rating? Excuse me. I'm going to. Oh wait, IBW's rating Lucky. Damn it, I'm getting overshadowed. I gotta find someone else to host. Oh, it's KJH. That's actually a cool thing. I should have done this earlier. I lost all these people to send over. But again, thank you guys for coming over to. Oh wow, I actually have like stuff now that tells me what I need to do. Raid KJH. Thank you guys for coming out and thank you for indulging me going through my old videos right here. Appreciate y'all being here. Oh, raid message. Just hit him with the classic. Hit him with the smiley face. If you have the save W, hit him with the save W. But just hit him with the smiley face. Good night, Kuha. Good night, Livingstone. Thank you guys again for coming. I'm just waiting for the ad to show up because I enjoy seeing the reaction when I send the raid over. God, I don't like Borderlands. We can talk about that another time if you remember. Not a big fan of Borderlands. But let's send it over. So cool. What? KJH is an invalid name. Oh, that's not his. I'm dumb, guys. I think one of these days I'll finally do it correctly. Today is not that day. Oh yeah, you can hit him with the Swedish Delight. Hit him with the sunglasses. My favorite Swedish Delight mode. Okay, see you guys. Thank you for coming hang out. Peace.